What do you think about black ticks?
Yo,
Give back, but make sure when you're balanced.
I sometimes forget about me.
Yo,
That's how we were raised.
do you feel obligated?
Give what you can.
You need to let people know what you can afford and what you cannot afford.
Yeah, that's the term of being umalume.
You wouldn't have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 because of you. Now you're not having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 because of them.
Words hurt more than anything. Just, yeah. How did we get here? And I can do it over and over again.
Generational success and wealth has to start from there.
Give what you possibly can.
What you can,
Don't just
exactly.
overdo it. Hi, good people. We are back at a second episode of Iblack Tax. I'm your host. I go by the name of Frank Mohale. Slow Sangamakuran. And today, luckily I'm not alone. I'm with the producer. Hello, hi. Good.
Hi, I'm back again. Oh gosh, but it's fun. We're here and we're gonna do this thing. How are you?
I'm alive. How you doing?
I'm good. Well, I'm happy to see you in that chair. We're testing the skills.
Oh yes, please.
I know. I'm so excited. Dinga, we're doing a good job here.
The second episode.
Yes.
Of Iblack Tax. How do you feel about it?
I'm happy. The fact that we shot the first one, it means we're moving. And it means that we're getting the conversation going. It means that people are going to get to actually sit down and think about this term, black ticks. Because we definitely differentiate in different ways. Some people see it as in a bad term. But I'm like, nah, I don't mind. And I don't even call it black ticks. What do you think about black ticks?
I like to think, not as an individual personally, I think we that's how we were raised, man. Like we grew up knowing you gotta do something like for your family, especially when there's no father in the household. That's when as a male child you gotta take control of everything. Yeah. And there are a lot of people they don't think it's the right thing to do, but in that personal I think it is. And I can do it over and over again, even if I have to let my stuff delay a bit.
So you've never found yourself in a situation where you feel pressure to actually take out money, or find yourself in a pressure like, these people, our guys, it's too much now?
Honestly, it's not an easy thing to do. Especially with my situation, I have siblings, and the one who comes after me has got kids, whereas I don't. So that's where the challenge actually starts, because now you're trying to do everything for them and the mother of the household, and then there comes more package. It's a big problem.
What I'm getting here is you feel like it's not, you're supposed to do it because you don't have more responsibilities like having kids, or you are like, okay, even if I have kids, I can still help out.
That's the thing. I sometimes forget about me. Honestly, I've given up myself like a long time ago just to focus on them.
But how does that make you feel? I feel like there's some stages where I think for me coming to the black text word, or rather term, is that you shouldn't forget yourself as much as you trying to make other people happy and try to balance. Like, don't you find yourself having that thing that I know what I've done too much now. I think this month let me be selfish. Or when you were like, you know what, because they were there for me, it's a must for me to be there. Do you feel obligated to actually do it?
Yeah, that's the term of being umalume. Yeah, you are a brother, you are a son, you are umalume. So you gotta do what you gotta do just to let them survive.
You made them get used to my umalume duties. It has to happen no matter what happens. And then now you start having, guys, I have a family now. How do you cut from what you made, the norm that you made them get used to? Do you think you'll be able to balance that?
Honestly, it won't be that easy. It won't. Having to, because that at the end of the day, it's gonna be like I'm choosing sides.
Definitely.
And when coming to women, whether you like it or not, they're gonna put you in that position whereby you have to choose. And then imagine if I have to choose between my partner and my siblings. Really? No, we're not doing that.
So that's where now this term and this show comes in. That how do you sit down with them and tell them, what, guys, guys, I have a family now. As much as I've been giving and giving, but I feel like some cost needs to be cut. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That some people are suffering with this thing. They are in the situation now. I mean, it's a girlfriend. They are in love. The girl's like, I'm not going to stay in your family because I feel like I'm not comfortable. Now you have to choose who do you choose and how do you choose and how do you balance the finances between having to support your family and having to support back home. And because the one at back back home, they're the ones who made you who you are today. How do you choose between the ones that came now and the ones who are always demanding?
Remember, I chose my partner, but I did not choose my family. The universe chose them for me. So them being there for me, it was just them doing what's right. And now I have to do what's right for my family. So not to say, "Hore, I'm gonna sideline them." No, I'm not. I'm just gonna try it in every means. Hore, give a balance. But then, as much as Kela dealing one at her own home, I'm gonna have to make the means. So hore, she's well taken care of.
I think that's why we are also here again. Some people are having it easy, you know. Some families, they're like, okay, we understand you have kids, don't give us anything. But with the research, 90% of the people are suffering with the same thing that we're speaking about now. They don't know what to choose and who to choose. If I look at like in depression, you know, having to choose your girlfriend and your kids and your family over your real family now, people who gave birth to you.
It's just an unfortunate, especially for those who have single parents.
Yes.
Let's say mothers, to be more specific. When your mom sees you waking up in the morning and coming back late, automatically,
Chicken.
yeah, it's
Ching,
like,
ching.
okay, month end, I'm going to get something. And that's where the problem starts.
Already
At the end of the day-
calculating.
Yeah, already calculating the
Yes.
something she does not know, she does not have. And then already she'll be boasting and then bragging to her
Makhelwane.
friends. Yeah, our
Yeah.
stress.
Yes.
Unintentionally
Yes.
so it's just in us, man. When you think of where you come from, you just want to go back home, fix
Just want to
everything.
give back.
It's like giving
Yes.
back to the community.
So I think I'm trying to find the root of the podcast itself. Is that there are people valoring they do it from their bottom of the heart. Okay, I want to give back. But what happens when you're being forced to give back? And firstly, you're not staying home, staying in an apartment somewhere, right? And okay, you don't have kids, but you have transport money, you have all that things that you have to do. But now you're being forced to when since you got a job, you're not no longer calling us. What happened to can I find my feet first? And then I'll be able to give back to you guys. Because I know black parents, some of them, they don't listen. They're like, no, we didn't give you tabazawara when you wanted money to go to school. And we're like, now wait, we'll give you after 5 days. No. So you see the challenges we're finding ourselves in. That I'm not saying we shouldn't give back, but I'm saying let's have conversations about it.
There's this Batloring syndrome.
Yes.
It's killing us,
us.
like big time.
Yes.
Yeah. Because sometimes you'll be like, "Eish, abantu bazothini mara ngihlala eSantene, whereas
Hey, Jesus.
where I come from, it's not like it's
Exactly.
not your home. It's not your house. It was your parents' house. And so where they got there, and then it's not really your responsibility, honestly. But then because we were raised, we were brainwashed, you gotta go back home.
You gotta give back. And I think also
But honestly, it's not part of giving back.
giving. It's like upatala skoloto back. You know this thing of parents are like, yeah, go to school so that you can buy me a house tomorrow. Already by the age of 19, you're like, so I'm working to make sure that I build that house for my family.
The one I promised her.
Yeah, the one I promised. But what happens when according to plan? What happens? You get a job that pays you 2.5. It's an internship. I mean, you're still trying to get yourself that thing of getting experience. I mean, getting to make connections. Because also with that industry, you know, we are in the film industry. It's not easy to just make it.
Yeah.
You have to get connections, like serious connections, before you make it, before you get that ching. Others are lucky that they come from families where they're connected. Their parents have been working. But if you're one person who's the first person who is in the film industry in your family, You have to work. You have to be confident when you talk. You have to know how to pitch proposals. You have to be an actress and know how to conduct yourself as an actress. Now what happens, you get an internship in the film industry or in the media space, you get like a 2.5. You have 5 siblings at home. How do you make it work with them? Because they don't understand. Or I don't have money. 1.5 yonke get transport for the whole month.
And 500 grocery, then 500 home.
You still have to bath. Have to smell nice and look good.
That's why most people end up in a lot of debt.
Yes.
It's
Thank
because
you for
of
that.
such
Yes.
expectations coming
Yes.
from home.
Yes.
And it's a pity because sometimes you find Hori, you are the middle child, you have a big brother and big sister, and you got siblings. But the mother still expect everything from you. You find your brother staying at his own home, nothing worrying him at all.
It's a pity when you become the confident one in the family. It's like, oh, okay, oh, Papa, this one too forward. And she's the one who's gonna uplift the family, but still it's wrong. I mean, for me, if I find myself having 5 siblings in the house, okay, check this. We are 5, right? All of us are working. Let's say I'm the last born or I'm the firstborn. Do you want to tell me if my mom asked me for 5,000, if each of us rent 1,000, won't that be better?
It will.
Not that I have to take out 5,000 because I'm the favorite one. I think that's where this thing, I think also the root of this thing comes from parents themselves. Showing us we love the older sister more than the middle child, or we like the last born because confident, they're beautiful people, and then the middle child is like that person who they don't have anything to do with their lives. I think that's where also this term kind of becomes too much, because when you start working, they can be working for F&B and all, they wouldn't care. They would like let the favorite child take care of the mom. Do you see the hatred? It gets to that point even of affecting finance. That's why I would like, for myself, I'd like that we as Black people, because I know it affects us a lot, we need to get back together with each other for the sake of our parents. I mean, I can't be working and having 3 kids and then you don't have kids and then the other one has maybe 1 kid, but I'm the one who has to contribute everything. Because why? I'm the favorite one in the family. But what happens if we come together and be like, guys, okay, mom is sick. Hospital bills are like 40,000 or 20,000. Guys, let's make a plan. Not that one person has to do it because they're the favorite, but because this person is our mom. She made it for us to be here today. You understand? So I feel like this thing also of not loving each other's siblings contributes a lot to this black text thing, because now mama have phone, the firstborn, secondborn, the lastborn is the only person who responds and who is responsible. She has to work hard, or he has to work hard. Or I told that 5,000 from the bank. He has nothing. But you guys are working. The 4 of you guys are working. They're like, let the last born, or the favorite one, be the one who heals her. You understand? Because obviously when we scatter from the family, we all go our separate ways. We have our own financial strains. We have our own finances problem. Our kids are going to school. We're also struggling. We have to pay bond. We have to car insurance. It's a lot. But if we loved each other, don't you think it was going to be possible to say, guys, more group chat, like, guys, let's give mom 500 at least for this month. Then the next month she will know she will still have, or let's give the siblings at home that 1,000 for this month. Do you understand? So as I was saying is that it's not what this black text thing, it's bad. It's just that we don't support each other. We can't be 5 siblings go raya and then I'm the only one to contribute. Even family gatherings, I'm the only person. I'm always the one having to make sure things go out. I'm the cousins. They always expect me to do this. So I feel like this black text thing, we're always looking at it at Hore. Why do I have to be the only one getting checked out? But what about your brothers? What are they doing? Are they working?
And those people who always put more effort are most likely the ones who end up with nothing.
Depressed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because now everyone is living their life, but you have to go back and live your mother's house. Your mother's
expectations,
dreams, and you meet their expectations, whereas you don't have yours. So you are actually living their life, and which is Not right, like at all.
And when you make those things happen, even as if when I put my place, I don't know. Because whenever
Yeah.
someone asks you for, when a mom asks you for money, you're like, yes, okay, give me the account. Even if you don't have it, people start hating you, right? The cousin starts calling, yo, my child needs, warumel, you send. Oh my gosh, you go the leg, you send. No, like we need to have this thing of boundaries, you know, that thing. No, guys, not today.
And we
Not
as
today.
men, that's where the problem starts. Because now, the time I meet someone,
Yes.
and then I'd be like, guys, the money I've been sending you, it's no longer possible for me to send. They'll be hating on that poor child.
Yes.
They'll be like, oh, okay.
We see.
Yeah, I know. Ever
Introductions.
since you came into this home, Shem, now, a lot has changed.
The introductions are kind of sour now.
Yeah.
Like, hi, Matswale, hi, mother-in-law. Like, who? Oh, who are you? There are people who are living their life and they're making it work with their families. And someone will be like, okay, guys, I got paid 5,000. I'm sending you guys 2K. That thing comes from the heart. But there are people who every time when they wake up, like, yeah, hey, you are a dog. Hey, you got paid yesterday. Where's our money? Like, even your sisters, like, come on, they are working, but they're expecting something from you. I understand. So I feel like I'm getting the goal of this thing out. We need to let Balorang, they don't know how to make it work, to make it work. As much as I feel like you can't communicate with your family, your mom, you have to do it. Otherwise, you will suffer.
That's why most kids end up no longer going home.
You see?
Because they know
Ay.
it's going to be a problem and a half.
Ay.
So I personally, I will say, guys, let's just break this whole chain.
Yes.
Our grandfathers, our forefathers,
Please.
did their part, and then before they could do things for themselves, they passed on. And the grandfather did the same thing, took pieces from where the father left off, and then, so even now, my father left off wherever he left off. Now, because before I can just start my own thing, I have to go back again. It's gonna be like from generation
And
to
you're
generation.
not getting old. I mean, you're not getting any younger. I mean,
Yes.
you're growing, and I feel like it's a little too late. You're like, oh my gosh,
Exactly.
I've been leaving for people, and I feel like Lena, looking back at where I come from, I think I come up at a space where my mom had to make it work for me to be where I am. Right? She had to. Yeah, I mean, there were days you're like, Wanak, please make sure you make it. Like, no matter what happens, you have to fight, right? But I'm finding myself now. I'm like, okay, I'm fighting, but where are you now? Because now I'm staying with people Baloreng. They do understand. Like filmmaking is different. Like I'm a freelance video editor, and my own time I get to shoot this podcast, and I get to shoot wherever I can shoot. But there are days where it's quiet. Like there's nothing happening at home. My mom was the only person who would understand. Oh, okay, all right. There's nothing this month.
So one of those days.
Yes, and then she'll be like, okay, how much do you need just to push you for this month? But now at the situation, I'm like, okay, Ukoko doesn't understand. It's like, what are you doing? Even when we get money, I'm like, okay, there's money here, but it's never enough because why? It has to cover for those months you didn't make any money. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that's why, again, I feel like the pressure of being a black young person is that you're supposed to work full time and once. Then that's how they understand work has to be done. Understand? And now let's say you get a job, full-time job, then you start staying home. Then now that money you have to be saving has to help Ukoko, and if she's working, she has to stop buying stuff, and then now you have to be the one buying. You have to be the one now taking care of the siblings. You have to be the one now buying everything, whatever she needs. You understand? So that's why I feel like communication comes in, but it doesn't mean if I'm not working then I'm not doing anything, because you guys, parents, don't understand what we are applying, guys. We are trying. Like we don't sleep. Like you're still here, you're not doing anything, you're in our house. I understand. So that thing also kind of kills the mood also financially. So how Thomas will actually, they're like, oh my god, when she was complaining about 1 2 3, then now you take your whole salary, you give it to her. What are you left with?
Nothing.
You never communicated with her anything. You never told her how your work is.
And then you end up coming to me as Umashonisa, and that's where the problem starts.
And it's not the first month coming, obviously. It's like now the 5th month.
I give you $100 with 40%.
Imagine.
So if I give you 500, it has to come back with what?
You guys are killing.
That's the life of nowadays.
But I'm under pressure.
People are trying to survive.
Let's hear what our viewer had to say about whatever they went through. And it's kind of like a long text, but yeah, we'll try to navigate through it. Yeah, Frank, let's hear it.
There's this term of the weight of expectations. Like this guy says, I tripped through the doors of the municipal office, my heart heavy with the weight of expectations. As an intern, I was eager to learn and make a difference, but the pressure from my family was suffocating. My mother, in particular, seemed to have unrealistic expectations. She'd often boast to our neighbors about my job, saying I'm not being taken care of. But what she did not understand was that my internship was unpaid and I was struggling to make ends meet. I contributed to the groceries every month without fail, but it seems like no matter how hard I tried, it was never enough. One day I decided to sit her down and explain my situation, but she just wouldn't listen. All she cared about was the fact that I had a job, and that was enough for her to assume I was set for life. The final straw came when I had a small beer with friends, and she labeled me as a drunkard. It was frustrating. And for a while, I rebelled against her criticism, drinking even more. But then I realized that wasn't the solution. One day, I decided to take a different approach. When I got another opportunity, I printed out my contract and left it with her. Maybe then she'd understand that being an intern wasn't the lucrative job she thought it was. As I walked, as I walked out of the office that day, I felt a sense of relief wash over me. I knew I still had a long way to go. But for the first time in a long time, I felt like I could breathe. The weight of expectations still lingered, but I was determined to forge my own path no matter what my family thought. Boasting about me waking up in the morning and coming back late. Automatically, my son is working.
Guys,
They have no idea.
they were like, Mom, I got a job. They're not even asking what kind of a job.
Yeah.
Like, do you get paid? Do you love being there? As long as you're working, it's
And
enough.
there's nothing as beautiful as being asked, how was your day? How was your first day at work? Huh? How is it going so far? It's like this thing of us being, when you tell your friends or your people around you, you'll be like, I've started a business. They'll be like, okay. But then once you say, I got myself a job, ooh, they'll even lend you money
Yeah.
to go to that job. Yeah.
I think that's how it is. And I think what I'm getting from this whole story is that I think let's talk about being an intern and having to give back home. You know what an intern is?
Yo.
I'm like, I just come out fresh from varsity or college or any program. I mean,
Yo.
yeah, I think interns, whether they come from varsity most of the time. 'Cause
Yeah.
Yes.
You literally a student, still learning.
You're still a student,
Yeah.
yes.
You're doing some practicals. You're just being paid for it, or sawa moya. But then you're actually a student. A learner, good people, like a student.
A serious one.
Yeah.
And you still have to give back.
It doesn't mean when I appear on TV automatically I have money. No, I don't.
They
Like
will
we
never
just here.
understand.
We
They will
just
never-
arrived.
We
guys.
just got here. We just crossed the road.
Like, we just here. But then
I don't know,
the weight of
maybe-
expectations.
Sorry, I don't know. Maybe there's a different way we can define internship. Maybe not. Let's not say I got a job. I don't know. Maybe say I got a. I don't know. I don't
I'm
know.
doing
But guys,
practicals.
like maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like-
I'm doing practicals.
Yeah, I'm doing
And we're not getting
practicals
paid.
at work, and I'm not being paid. They just give me transport
For
money
2 years.
and lunch.
Yes.
Yeah.
And a place for me to
Exactly. It's almost like a student loan. Guys,
You're gonna
our-
stress some more. Student loan, like I have to pay it. My job was gonna pay it.
No,
Yeah,
don't worry.
you're gonna pay it.
Don't worry, I got it
Oh
covered.
yes, don't worry, I got it.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
I made
So
it
long as
work.
you understand, Hore, you're not getting anything from me. Should I bring something? You know, Hore, okay, sharp. Maybe things are going well.
And then now it becomes different if you are in an internship, but you're staying home. yeah, that becomes different because it means that you're going to wake up in front of them. If they're going to be projects they're going to be doing home, they'll be seeing it.
Yeah.
If you'll be having conference calls about payment or anything, because there are days maybe payment might be delayed and you're supposed to be home and with that speaker there or like your laptop working
From home.
Like there are things as much as you try to, but you can never lie about them. To understand, like, these people, you're staying with them, and definitely yes, there's a situation where I feel like, okay, if you're staying home, at least contribute. Mara, before you contribute, sit them down, and I'm like, okay guys, okay, I got this thing,
Yeah.
but I'm getting paid, but this is how much I can give back. And I'm not saying people should be heartless in terms of I'm gonna hide my money, I'm not gonna give it back home. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying yes, you're staying home, you know the situation at home, you know how bad it is, you're staying kukung, you're staying wherever you're staying. You guys survive ka grant or all that you make, or maybe your grand, you're staying with your grand, and they take it from grant, and it's bad, and I can make it different. Make that difference. But what I'm saying is, don't let yourself be taken for granted. Don't deny yourself stuff. I think for me, there are days where I found myself like, okay, it's fine, for these 2 months I'll struggle, but then I get an interview job, but I get a gig. I'm a mess. Is that allowed? It's not allowed. I no longer have money. But if you manage to save yourself that 500 thing and say, okay, this one is for myself, to guard me for like taxi rate, like going, maybe taking a taxi, making myself look good. I'm a lady. I need to look good when I'm going out. Maybe going with my hair. I can be what are the dukes and all that. But what I'm saying is, support as much as you can, but have boundaries. Tell them, okay, guys, I know you guys have been struggling, you've been helping me out, but now I get another chance of being in the workspace, right? But it doesn't mean I've made it. But there is money that I'm getting. But what I'm saying is that I'm going to be able to give you guys, just say, okay, let's agree on it. I'll buy groceries, or I'll buy water, I'll buy electricity. At least you feel like you have responsibility in the house. You understand what I'm saying? So it's a thing where I feel I'm still saying communication is very important. We don't talk to each other. And I don't think we know how to even speak to each other, because when someone says, I can't give you guys money. You see, you see now. You see, after all these years, now you're declining us because now you feel like you've made it. Then that's the first problem we're having. I feel like it's tough to have conversations about money as Black people.
And the parents should just learn this thing of saying, "Ke kopela omfe." Can you just please give me?
Era blackmailing you, we're getting blackmailed.
Give me $20.
Yes.
Not borrow me $20, because
it's not gonna come back.
You're gonna get wet.
Okay.
They're gonna hurt your feelings. They're gonna hurt your emotions.
You're like, guys, I'm having an interview. Remember that 50? Which 50? You mean the milli you were eating?
How did we get here? Like, guys, I need to go to town. There's an emergency meeting.
Please, can I have it back?
Yeah.
And I hear you, it's gone. You're not gonna get it. So that's like, if you're doing it from the bottom of your heart, you wouldn't have to feel a sense of, I need it back.
That's what they need to understand when you don't have one.
And when you say, okay, today get 25, 26, I'm sending you guys 2,000. If you guys mess it up, I won't have it for the next coming days. You know that thing of like, you saying, okay, guys, maybe your uncle is like asking you for money, you give it to them. Then you got a 15, they come back again. They come back asking for 100, you give it. They come back again asking on the 20th, you give it. That's your fault, because you're making them get used to it. The access that you make people have in your life, it's the problem you're gonna have.
There's this neighbor of mine. He's from like the other province. He's from Limpopo.
Yes.
So now he was just trying to give back to the family. The only problem was, he would send money for groceries and money for starting something like a building project.
Asero.
In his absence. Yeah, now he's here working his butt off just to make sure he support at home. But the only problem is, 10 days later, they're going to call him again. They'll be like, Ish, you remember Maswanwana? You remember that woman from, or that time our Regisa 123? He came and we paid him something he did not know about. okay, how's the project coming?
Yeah, at least
How
progress.
is it going?
Ke gopola progress.
Like,
yeah.
how far? And they'll be like, ish,
Nothing.
two cement short
Eh.
so. How are we gonna survive with that kind of attitude?
So, okay. I'm not advertising them, but I'm advertising them. Build it. There's a cut.
Ah,
There's a card here. Build it, guys. You just pay whatever amount you have in that card. It's like 200, I think, to open it. If you want to build, yeah, that's
go to build it.
like Ivona, guys. This is
They need to pay you for that.
Way you will never get anywhere.
They
I'm
need to
kidding.
pay you for that.
This advertisement, like there's a card here, build it, man. Yeah, and then you pay 200 to open it. They also need your ID for that.
Okay.
What you do every month, if you want to build something, you just keep on paying in that card. It's like a credit card. Credit card? You know these things we do, Jari, sports scene and all that.
Oh, yeah,
yes.
yeah.
You just keep on paying the money in the
It's
card.
like an account.
Exactly,
but then
yes. But you're the one who's feeding
pay,
it. Yes,
so
you're
they
the one.
owe you.
Yes, you're the one who's feeding. But once you have a 50K, you go home with that single card. It's not even heavy. It's portable. Put it in your bag, in your pocket. You go to build it wherever you are. Then you buy the material. Then you start building Maushebile. That's it. Because people are gonna rob us. This is not the first time I'm hearing this story. You know, it's nice, but okay, no, it's fine. We're gonna build this. We're not and let me tell you, when you're working so hard, knowing that you're gonna build that house finally for my siblings, and they're taking advantage. It's painful. I can imagine, because you wake up, it's cold, it's hot. You were there.
You're working night shift.
You sweat.
Yeah,
I know.
night shift. Yeah.
You come here with the red eyes.
14-hour shift. I'm telling you.
Yeah, and people are not even understanding. It's because why? You're not working for it. But the day you understand, oh my God, this person works hard for this money, then you understand the importance of saving. Do you understand? So now I would say, if you want to do anything for people or for family, make sure you're there. Even at the holidays, if you want to buy a grocery, rather buy it and then not tell her this, this quantum things that go home every Friday. Boy, now changan back or whatever, and then send it home.
I'd suggest honestly this socials are the grocery.
Or the society ones. Yes.
9 bottles of mayonnaise. 24, 48 tin fish.
Fry pack, everything. Every 3 months you get something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that can work, because now, hey guys, we're not gonna survive.
But I'm still saying some people are having it easy. Some people are working nice. They know, okay, my family knows what okay, ka 25, ka 1, I'm sending 5,000. Then that's it. Then they wanna keep quiet until the next month. That's it. I feel like that's how it should be. Okay, you need to understand the finances of your son or your daughter or your aunt or your cousin or your family member. Okay, so she can only give me money once a month. Then respect it. Respect that. They're not lying. Unless value is staying with them, then they can say, this person is always having money. They're lying. Then that one, it's different. But I'm talking about something, you guys are far apart from it. Like, I'm staying here, you guys are in Limpopo, you're in Northwest, wherever. But I'm not seeing the finances. And now, you get to a point now, and so you even get it. You know how excited we get when we get promotions. Like, we are millionaire. And I'm not going to tell them.
It's always a good thing to go back home, guys,
Yes,
and fix.
all the
but
time.
then you really need to have boundaries and limits.
Yes.
Because then you're gonna forget about you, and that's where the problem is.
you're gonna
And then
struggle.
when you're drowning in debt, no one is gonna come to save you.
Can you save someone who's in debt, Wena?
That's the thing.
20,000 you won't get from Mashonisa. Where are you going to take it? It's a lot of money. So, and I think people who have good hearts, it's nice to have a good heart, but at least guard it so that people don't take advantage of it. And if you're someone who and I love people who give, guys. Like, they'll be like, okay, you know what, that family is struggling. They don't have, the kids don't have socks for school. Like, now do that. Go buy those socks, buy shoes, and give it to them, guys. At least let the kids buy right, and then you guys can see what you do. I love people who give. But imagine now, my Kellen is always, hey, I cannot tamat.
Hey, man.
Everything I got tamat. No, let's not do it like that. Let me come and give it to you, like, from my heart, because at least it means I have more of it to give. So when you're starting to insult me now and call me names and start saying, oh my gosh, people when they get money, but they think they're the best. Even if now when I'm starting to wear designer clothes and labeled clothes. Like, oh, she has money. Guys, I can't deny myself nice
Guys,
things.
some of us we are paid
Yeah.
to advertise clothes
I don't
or
understand.
branded clothes.
Yes.
Guys, it's not we did not buy. We did
It's
not
not
buy.
our money.
Hey, we are getting paid for advertising those clothes. So don't be like, oh, nowadays he's been get cheapy, whatever.
Yeah.
So has
And
a
like, I'm
war.
like, you come cuckoo, stay in like a shack and all. It's wrong.
I only have 500 man for a shirt, man. It cannot build a house.
By the time you're wearing it, designing, they paid you the money, which is the money you can use for this month to pay rent. But because you're not someone like cause complaining, you just keep quiet and go commercials and get the money that they want. And they don't know that. Do you understand? So I feel
Yeah.
like parents, not even parents, family members, siblings, cousins, let's learn to ask for permission or okay, is it this month the right month for me to ask? Can you? Can you not? Sister, I have this thing okay, rather tell me about your what? Something event, maybe 2 months before. Let me save for it. So that I know, okay, I'm gonna get paid today. Okay, and my sister said she needs, oh mom and mama batloka, oh we're gonna have like a big gathering. Let me save 4 months before. Tell me guys, don't tell me tomorrow when you guys need me and already you need money to pop out. I'm not an ATM.
Or
Guys.
on a payday. Guys, you do not ask for money on a payday. Already, automatically, it's gone.
It's gone.
It's gone. Like,
and let me tell you, because they're family, you're gonna feel bad.
hey,
What about happy about they don't have sishe, we don't have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my gosh, my mom needs hospital bills. And when I was like, the hospital bills is very important because we cannot like guess or tomorrow we're gonna be fine. Something can happen to you, whether the person or you, the person who takes that money all the time. Will they? The question is, will they be able to give it back the way you are giving it back? Do you understand? Will you be the one who suffers, or will they give back to you now? So that's the thing that also when you're giving people money, you need to think, what can this person also come through for me the way I'm coming through for them? It avoids you gossiping about people and saying people, hey, they're bad friends. Now my friends know. I'm not giving money to someone that I know they're not gonna pay me back.
Yeah.
I have my own people that I know, hey, if this person needs a certain money, immediately bafa, then like don't worry, get it at 12. Before 12, I would have it. Because I've learned my friends and I've learned the people that are around me. And I don't have stress because I know, okay, if I take out my maybe 200 camera account, the gamofa, definitely want to be back by tomorrow 12 and I can be able to do my things. Lena, the same thing, they know if like please borrow me a certain amount of money, I'll bring it back, but I'm gonna make sure I bring it back because why? It's the same thing. If someone doesn't have money because they gave it to you, they're suffering. And some people don't talk about it.
You end up going to Umashonisha
Again.
to get money,
To
whereas
replace that.
someone is having your money. And then you're gonna double the money that side, whereas they're not gonna double yours.
Yo, and obviously they are our friends. You can't do that. They're family.
Exactly.
You can't do that to family. But I can't do that to family. We are my brother, we're sister.
Guys, people will always talk. They always talk. They've talked and they're still gonna talk.
It's a problem.
So it's all up to us.
Communication is very important. You need to let people know what you can afford and what you cannot afford. And I understand, guys, you struggled with this, your parents. I understand all that. But now what I'm saying is give back, but make sure when you're balanced. Because it's still the same thing. If you're giving all your salary to them, it's like you are being your mom at that time. You're getting stressed because your mom was giving you back, and she would be like, oh, as long as my kid is fine, but I'm the one struggling. You know, she wouldn't have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 because of you. Now you're not having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 because of them. It's not supposed to be like that. It has to be a balance. You know, like generational success and wealth has to start from there. That they know, okay, no, she's giving us this much, but she's also happy. You understand what I'm saying? Even the siblings, the youngest siblings, when they call you, oh brother, I don't have book money for books or textbooks. You send it because you know what, they're gonna buy textbooks. You know, even my little sister, she knows. If I give you money this month, I'm going to give you twice. The third time is too much. I can't do that. You know, you're not taking me serious. Means I don't have plans. You understand what I'm saying? So those are the harsh decisions we have to do and make as black people. Because at the end of the day, I'm the one waking up. I understand they woke up, Lebona, they were working for us in the snow. I understand that. But
It was
now
their
we are
responsibility. How, what?
exactly.
They brought me here. Evan, I did not bring them. They brought me.
But you still have to give back, but I get it.
Yeah.
But do it in the right way.
Give what you possibly can.
What you
Don't
can,
just
exactly.
overdo it.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
like give what you can and make sure at the end of the day, like you're happy. You know, I'd be happy one day if I hear stories like, yo, guys, I'm going to work and I can't wait to give my money, my mom a certain money because you know what, I feel good about it. Like not yo, I'm gonna get paid and my family's gonna be on my neck.
That's why there's this tribe. Once they say Vumma, Vumma, I'm telling you. Come long weekend, consecutive week. Bon, they're gonna go and see
We're
Bomba.
leaving my baby out of all this. We just have to
I'm
do
proud
this
of
the
those
right
people. Like I'm very proud.
I know. Buma, they're very focused, and I feel like it gets to a point where I also had to understand they stand up for what they be. They love. I think that's why it's kind of hard to find families. Maybe I've heard it differently, but Mapedi families, what's about Buma has to be taken care of, but their wife has us to be taken care of.
Yeah.
And they make sure they find the boundary. This is my woman. As much as you've been there for me, she's the one who's going to be there for me. If something happens to you, she's the one who's going to be making sure, because she will be my wife. But my kids, they come first, but you also come first. Do you understand? Like they make that boundary happen, and I've seen it happen, and they're succeeding. Mara, Bumma is always the first thing, but still when the wife, Musadi also comes first. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if we could learn to balance, it's hard because now we are two. It's your mom and it's your wife.
My mom has got her husband, man. Why? Unless, of course, if the husband is no more than.
So I think maybe we're talking about when, but still, even if the husband is there, you know that comfort of my kid is working.
Husband, guys, Mara, guys, come on, guys. Iblack text.
And then they're pressurizing us.
Yeah.
Your mom happy now. There's no what. Send money there.
He even has the guy's cell phone. Hey, Malusi, aren't you coming back home? Guys, what? Give what you
can.
The good wise man once said, "Blessed is the hand that gives,
yes,
than the one that receives." So give what you can. That's why even on certain drinks they be like, drink responsibly.
Yes.
Yeah. This thing of being.
Don't overdo it.
Yeah. Don't overdo it.
This concept is very close to my heart, and I love sharing this kind of conversations because I think we are the new generation that is trying so hard
Let's break the chain,
to
guys.
break this generational thing, that comes from back home. If their mom is suffering, it means sort of the kids have to suffer. Even the grandkids have to suffer. Even the grandkids have to suffer. If we think the grandkids will grow up in the same kuku. No, guys, no.
It has to come to an end.
It has to, but it won't be easy. I know. And I know, knowing if we grow up with very strict parents, you can't go to Madlamini and tell her, hey, I can't give you the money that you want.
Honestly, there's this phrase that says,
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
Words hurt more than anything.
Just start.
Yeah. Emotionally.
I think I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
Start.
So,
just start.
As parents, let's try to understand our kids and don't be like, ever since this happened, since what, since. Hey, you had your time, guys.
Yes.
So wherever we possibly can, we're gonna help. But then if we can't, please understand. Just bear with us for that moment, and then we're gonna come. Ladies and gents, please do help, do assist. Do not just say Nagona wasanteni and then I'm no longer going home.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people who does that.
And if we're not saying don't go stay there,
Yeah.
But assist. But and then when you start feeling pressure, talk about it.
Exactly.
Like guys, you guys, if it is possible, you just take out what is the proof that you're paying a certain amount. Is it pay slips? I'm not sure. Whatever, yeah, I think that thing shows that you have to pay a certain amount for a certain service or your apartment. Yes,
yeah.
Like if it's possible, send them the proof. Guys, I'm paying like 1.5 or I'm paying 5K for your apartment, but I know like,
they're gonna blame you for that.
Hey,
Yeah.
Parents will be like, "Chiltekana,
It's
where's
like,
this?"
guys, our industry is very much
Yeah.
otherwise. Because you can appear on TV as an extra, guys. Just because I've appeared on,
Already, you want to tell a
already want to
story.
celebrate. Guys, come on. We're not going to do that. Let's break this chain.
Yeah.
Let's go back home, help wherever we can. Just do
Yes.
not overdo it.
Yes.
And parents, please just hey,
Understand,
are
man.
forgetting
And
the
I
expectations.
think I'm still
man.
going back to we are the youth that might change the system.
Exactly.
Because I'm also a parent. I'm gonna be a parent in the future, and to even more kids. When my kids grow up, I already know the kind of life I'm gonna have with them. That my kid goes to school, to varsity, they come back. I'm not gonna be pressurizing them. The thing that I'm gonna be doing is that okay, I'm gonna try and work hard so that when she comes back from varsity, at least I can balance her until she gets like balances on her feet. If she even if she gets an internship or if she gets a proper job, let her say, "Mama, here's money." It's gonna be easier for me to know how to treat her because I know how I've been treated by my parents when coming back. Understand that I wish for them to understand what guys. But like it's a go and it's fast. And now it's fast is gone.
Like I just arrived, guys. I just arrived.
Akisana scholarship, Akisana next that was supporting me. Maybe I was supporting them at that time for that 5 years or 4 years, but now I'm back home. Akisana scholarship, Akisana bazar, Akisana sale. What happens now?
I only have a certificate.
Yes, what's the way forward? Do you understand? Now it means we're going back to the hatred that, oh my gosh, she wasted her time. Then to get words of like, you're useless, you're not doing anything. Fine, you get a job. Then now you have to what? Because now you're home, it means you're the fifth person in the house than when you got raised. Do you understand what I'm saying? So now I know how I'm gonna treat her when they come back from varsity. I know I would need to have more financial balance until she's like, Mama, I got a job. And if she wants to move out, I'm gonna let her move out. Let your kids grow up.
Yeah.
Let them struggle and come back.
Guys, you made your mistakes, man. Let the kids make their own, and then they'll learn from them, and then come back again.
They don't want us to grow up.
No.
I think about the thing are, hey, where is she going? Who is she gonna support there? Like, or who is he gonna support? Why are you moving out? They even show you the house. This is the house. You have your own bed. There's food. There's fridge. There's stoves. But the important thing is, as a person, you need to grow and see if you can make it only one, and see how finances actually are hit. That if you don't know how to balance, when all the time you're out, now we're going, guys. I'm not denying you guys to go out and drink. I don't deny it, but at least do it knowing you gave your parent a valumlo.
Yeah.
You can't be drinking back home and then they know you get paid, but you didn't contribute anything. You're gonna eat water.
Ooh.
You will drink water and you will eat that thigh because they will be like insulting you. You got paid, but you didn't give us anything. That is wrong. Okay, that one is wrong. I don't like even recommend it. If you get paid, you're going out with your friends and you're leaving your kids behind, at least in a 2K guys. When they come in, they're like, okay, at least she gave me that money to balance the grocery.
Yeah.
That after tomorrow you're gonna be able to eat. Mara, don't be selfish. The
And
important thing
you need to choose your friends wisely. Have those friends that will reprimand you and be like, Joe, did you buy that? Like,
yes,
did you
did you
give
make
old
sure
lady
consume?
something?
Yes.
Like, did you just give your
And mostly those friends are strict because they don't even drink.
exactly?
Like
That's
my
us.
friends.
That's us. We're gonna tell you straight up. Yo,
Yeah,
like,
no, my friends are strict. I know we're very strict.
Yeah.
I think it comes to that thing. Even if they're struggling, I'll ask them, okay, what happened? Why don't you have money? No, my mom. I'm like, oh, okay, I understand. Twara 500 more, balance yourself out. Then I know she's gonna give it back next month. So you need people who are at the end of the day, whenever you're struggling, you can still go back to, and you need people who are gonna advise you very well. Guys, like, I'm not doing thing. It's fun, and you go out to drink, you come back, but coming back into your house with this full of noise, I wouldn't love that.
Nah,
wouldn't. No.
I was telling this other guy the other day. He was like, Joey, I can't even buy myself anything.
Yo.
And I was like, do you have kids? I was like, no. So what do you do with the
So what's
money?
going on? Yes.
I have to send home
Hey.
my siblings this, my aunties, and I was like, my G, you gotta have your life. You gotta live your life.
And you see now,
They're living their own life
they are with your own man.
with your own man. And about
Buying dress.
poster. About poster on the social media, on the internet, when you can't even do, like, you can't even buy yourself an ice cream. Come on,
Ha.
bro.
And well, you can see with that friend, is that thing is becoming too much because even when they talk about it, it's like, Aish,
And then nowadays,
Wabatsiva.
I've realized something. He's no longer himself.
Aish,
He's always loud,
that's bad.
like too jumpy. Like he can just shout.
Like, sorry guys,
snapped.
he needs
Like-
to come here so that we can.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna invite him one of the
Wrong.
following days. Yeah.
Friend, you need to come here. What you're doing is wrong. You need to
Yeah.
put yourself first. We're not saying don't support them. We're saying have a boundary. Like if you're getting paid 5K, give them 1K or 1.5. Be left with
Even
something for
500
yourself.
is still fine, man.
Even 200.
You have
You
siblings.
tried.
Hey, let's share the
Yeah.
responsibilities. Saga Mohale.
Yes.
And
Wait, he has siblings who are kind of older, like brothers
Yeah.
and sisters. Okay, no, that's wrong. That's
It's-
what
it's
I
not right.
don't support.
Yeah.
You can't suffer if you have people who can actually help you. And I think I'm finding myself learning in this situation because it's kind of emotional, knowing that your older brother has talent maybe in mechanism or something. He can fix cars, but he's sitting at home doing nothing, expecting you to feed him. And you knowing, or maybe your sister Lena, she can do hair, but she's lazy. They're feeding off your Wi-Fi at home. They're feeding off the food that you buy. You're like, little brother will sort it out. Because why? You have a good heart. You know, you don't want people to sleep without eating. You understand what I'm saying? So obviously they're going to feed off you. Imagine if these two people were working.
no,
Imagine the change we would make. So what I'm saying is that siblings, we need to, as much as possible, we need to like work together as a family. I know it's hard because I mean maybe we grow up with this thing of jealousy from the mother's side or the father's side, but finances are important because now we have to make sure hore we balance and grow the family. I mean, let's avoid this thing of Mothapo family or Mohale family has to be the same in 2030, guys. Come on. And
let's
we're like
break the
5
chain.
siblings.
Let's break the chain.
Let's break this thing.
Yeah.
And it starts here. And it has to start with us.
Now I'm building myself a house, like mine, very soon.
You're going to have your... what?
Yeah, I'm gonna have my own
housewarming.
house. Oh
We are
yes,
there.
you're
We are
gonna be
coming.
the program director.
We are calling you guys. Everyone's going to be there. We want to see it when... when? What's the timeline?
Whoa, not yet. But all I'm saying, Hore, guys, do you, be you, do everything you possibly can for you,
Yes.
and then after you can go back home and do extra. But for now, just be yourself and focus on you.
What I can say is, again, communication is very important, guys. As hard as it can be, if you just send a text, it's fine. If you can't
Yeah.
call, yeah, just write that
I go
long thing.
kitchen when I look at my ring on the radio. I got the raja. It's not nice. Or I did not like the way you
I
spoke
think
to
I'm
mom.
finding myself. I've said a lot of that control because I feel like Gogo will be like saying something bad to me, like, "Dear Gogo,
Yeah.
you know how hard I work, but I don't like the fact that you said." And she'll be like, "What did I say?" I'm like, now it's time to talk. Because why she knows when something is bad, I talk like that, and we fix it. That's what I love about her. She can understand, and she's an older person. She can understand, but sometimes old people. But
Yeah.
what I'm saying is, try to find boundaries within your family, even friends, even extended family members, cousin, I know them. But try to find that boundary and communicate. I think that's what I can say. Communicate as much as possible. Stand your ground. Be confident. It's your money. Yes.
And not just your money. You are well earned
Yeah.
money. It doesn't matter how much it is. man.
Sitting.
Like, it doesn't matter how much it is.
Yes,
Just
yes.
learn how to handle and how to manage it. Just so you can be able to balance your life. The rest is history. This is the second episode, of Iblack Tax. The way of expectations from family and friends. Guys, working together, we can do more.